Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got something really exciting to share with you. I've been invited backstage with the team from Cirque du Soleil and I get to have a little bit of a look at the wardrobe department, which I'm most excited about, and I get to see some of the artists actually training and performing. So Cirque du Soleil is here in Auckland at the moment, and I went to see the premiere last week and it was incredible. So when these guys invited me backstage, I just couldn't resist. So anyway, there is the big top right behind me, but I'm about to go backstage, so come on with me and let's see what goes on.
Afraid won't let you fall, girl. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl.
But Wheel of Death, we have to take a little bit of extra time and care over. Same with the high wire guys, because all of their costumes are covered in these tiny little leather tabs. Yeah. And they get caught in the wheel and they can get torn off or damaged. And obviously we need to check them every day to make sure that we're catching these little tears. Yeah. Repairing them, replacing them so that this doesn't cause anything that can catch on the wheel the next day. It's a heavy machine washing load show. I think we probably do probably about 12 loads a night easily, if not a smidgen bit more. We'll do a little bit of hand washing, but that's not too heavy. Then there's dry cleaning every week, and then during the daytime we'll have about 8 hours of maintenance for a team of like 5 during the daytime to get through to make sure it's everything gets hung. We have a section just over to the right and it's all fan dried, so everything just gets blasted with cold air throughout the whole night. Then when we come in the morning, 90% of it will be dry. There'll be, depending on the city, the humidity or the extensive cold will change how things dry, but on the whole everything will be dry when I come in the morning. And then we start the checks, and it's just checking every costume down to the last little snap, the last little thread, to make sure nothing has come loose. So the shoes are built, they're all made to measure, so we will get their foot measurements. We have a full-time shoe team in Montreal, so they will create the shoes for us, and then we will get them sent. We have thousands of different types of rubber soling that can go on these shoes, so depending on what your act is, but it's also depending on the artist. So our Wheel of Death guys, they have very specific soles that run on the wheel, but then we might get a new artist who likes something slightly different, so then we work with them to work out what works for them. The same with the high wire guys, they have a specific soling they like, so we need to make sure that that is always around. We have roughly about 3,500 pieces on the road, and then in the show every night you'll see about 1,500 roughly. Our most expensive costume is the crooner, which is the trickster when he comes out in the top of Act 2. He comes out as a skeleton. That one is definitely our most expensive.
And what sort of ballpark would you pay for that?
About the same price as a small car.
Show?
My favourites are the contortion girls.
Why is that?
They're quite a simple costume to maybe look at from the outside, but there is so much work and they're really clever. With the contortion girls, we have all these chains around the front. All of these chains are made out of elastic, which will allow the girls to bend and move without the costume ever getting in their way. And then we've got all of these pieces that are like their beads. They're all made out of silicone. So again, they can stretch, they can bend, they can move. We also put like some silicone patches on maybe the legs, just to give the girls an extra hand if they need to with gripping each other around the ankles. and all these little bits go into it. But for me, it's a beautiful costume. For me, it's the essence of Cousa's colours. So I think it sums up the show really nicely. We tore a 3D printer, so the king's crown can be made on a 3D printer. We have these little gears that are on all the hats. They get made on a 3D printer. These can then go in the washing machine. Whereas they used to be made out of foam, so they would slowly over time start to disintegrate or lose colour. So these are things that help keep the show running for longer, and it means less maintenance for us in the long term.
Okay, that was an amazing experience, just going backstage and seeing what goes into such an incredible, spectacular show as Cirque du Soleil, and just the performances, the training, the professionalism that goes into it, and obviously it culminates in an incredible show like no other. So if you ever get the chance to go and see Cirque du Soleil, wherever you may be in the world, I think it's an absolute must-see.
Hey, pretty baby, pretty baby.